We're live.
My headphones went out. My bad. What's up?
What's up?
You got all access to everything, right? I don't have to be a DJ. You got all control. But what happens when you pass out, dude? So there has to be a backup wingman, dude. I'm not gonna screw you over. I can make sure everything goes right. I don't know about the chat because I can't see the chat
No,
list.
when I
actually have access.
When I pass out, everybody gets to make fun of me like the entire time I'm passed out, and then like whenever the time expires, then that's it, and there's the end.
Okay, just make sure you don't whack off or anything, and God bless.
Fuck's Bloomberg.
You're I don't know, dude. He's coming, dude. I got here as soon as you went. I was already there. So he's taking a sweet time. He probably went to get a beer or something, take a piss, whatever, dude. You know, we do what we got to do. We're not on a schedule. He'll pop up, though. He's family. Cheers.
Where'd Kiwi go?
She probably went to go talk to her Kiwi man. We all knew that was gonna happen. I mean, damn. Give her time to do her thing, and then she'll come back and hang out with the crew.
Her Kiwi man?
Yeah, her Kiwi man is Cobra.
Yeah, no, that's what I was gonna say. I thought her guy was Cobra.
Yeah, I was gonna say let them talk and do their thing. That has nothing to do with us, and they'll pop up. That's what I was gonna say.
Get her done, Cobra.
Get her done. She has an invite though, so she'll pop up. Is what I was saying. That was way too spicy. Oh my god, do we have too much water in there? I hope not, because I think I pissed the bong there. Is what I was. What's going on, Gumby?
Hey. No, I'm not there. Where the hell am I trying to go? Here. There we go. Jesus, man.
Hold on.
What's with the shades?
What's up, Gumby?
Hey.
Where the hell is Bloomberg at?
I don't know.
Or wait, why is my Hangout still open? There we go. Okay. Rid of that. There we go.
Ooh. All right. Yeah. My link's bad.
Huh?
Oh, I'm reading your chat.
Oh, Eric's link's bad? Hang on. I'll fix that.
Excuse.
Send him one personally.
Oh, there it is, right there.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, that's not a bad link.
There we go.
Sweet. I was about to send you.
I tried the one, I think it was Bloomberg or somebody sent me another link. Because it kept saying I was the only one on here waiting for somebody. He says, you're the only one waiting.
What's up,
yeah,
Scott? Everyday Canadian, Scott. What's going on? You want to hop in? I'll send you a link if you want to.
Yeah, we're going to talk about all kinds of cool stuff.
If you guys can hear my air conditioner, let me know. I'll turn it off.
Oh, my fan is going on behind there, and I don't give a shit if anybody hears it and it annoys people because it's so fucking hot in this house.
Yeah, I have one of those mini air conditioning fans going off in the background. So
oh no, I don't even.
If you guys can hear that shit, let me know. I'll lower it down. Whatever.
So
Okay, all good. That's all I want to hear.
Yeah, no, I don't even have air conditioning. I've got a fan. Like it's 90 degrees here, and
Jesus
I have
Christ.
a fan blowing in my window.
It's been 90 here too.
My garden to my peppers just turned on though, and I'm pretty excited. I don't know. I don't know what's going on though. I don't have any peppers, dude. I got these weird bushy bud looking thingies, dude, that are popping out, and they're not really peppers.
What kind of peppers are you growing?
It's called OG Kush. I don't know, but like the peppers are not producing peppers. I've been waiting probably 6 weeks now.
Those peppers
And
are awesome, man. They're always so like full of like red hairs and like all kind of like trichromes and stuff.
you guys want to see? It's up to Rev. I don't know. Like I'm not.
Oh, I don't care. Hell yeah, go for it.
All right. Let's see here. Grab my earphones. Make sure I'm not dragging anything else. All right. Do a kung fu flip over here.
Oh yeah, it is. It's their holiday too. I forgot. It's right around ours here in America. States.
I'm supposed
Shut
to
up, Canada.
pick these peppers soon. I don't know. I didn't water them for the past couple of days.
Looks good.
Yeah, they're kind of they're getting there. They're starting to take the leaves down on the bottom, so going from there. These are coming from seed from a certain genetics from Spain, so they're not exactly the OG Cushy prize. Probably now they're certain.
You gotta love pepper plants, man. Like I love the way pepper plants like first start to bud out and like put out like pepper pods. Like they look so weird.
They're exotic European pepper plants.
They're Italian pepper plants.
They're from Spain. They're from
Spain.
a breeder from Spain, where everything is exotic over there.
Those are some nice pepper plants.
They're Mediterranean.
Those are sexy. Just saying.
I'm gonna pick them probably tomorrow. I'm over it, because I got a bunch of other varieties of pepper seeds that I'm gonna plant there pretty soon. I got probably over 100 of them that I got lined up that I ordered from a lot of people and from a lot of people. So it's gonna be awesome. Can't wait. And then I got some that I'm waiting from, especially from Blumberg.
The hell is Bloomberg?
Yeah, where'd he go? Because his link's the one that worked for me.
Yep. He's there waiting for everyone else, I think. Like making sure everyone get aware. Sure.
Like was talking about climate earlier, that typically in the summertime I should have a Mediterranean climate, but more now I'm more like a rainforest climate where it rains all the time, or monsoon season.
I got a theory on that, but again, you hear what I just said, so don't take that any to the fact that it's actually like proof or evidence or anything. It's a theory, meaning I'm only basing a bullshit opinion that only means bullshit and it shouldn't be taken seriously. But I think honestly the Earth shifted a little into the point where a certain part of the world where it was this certain climate is not that climate anymore, and it's getting like rainforest climate or this climate or whatever climate you want to call it. But we shifted, and we shifted our access, I think, and that's how it went.
Something, because I've gardened for 20 years, ever since I was a kid.
The pole shift.
All right, well, Blumberg popped in, and he's gonna pop up and say some stuff right now. So we're gonna go at it on that.
Not only did that happen, but the pole shifted too.
Something, because it
did. That's exactly what I'm saying, Rev. The pole, like here's the globe right here. The globe shifted like this, so the whole pole part shifted. So when the Earth is going in axis, when it's going, I think over something, whatever 1,000 miles per hour, whatever it says it is going, because we don't know, whatever, we're just being told. And Yes, it's doing whatever, but the globe itself shifted to a point where wherever this part of the world was, this is not that part anymore. This part of the world is like that, and that's why we're going through this what's called climate change. You know what I mean? That's my personal opinion, but I don't want to go there.
Because the globe's changed throughout humanity and throughout before dinosaurs and stuff.
It's true, but like that was caused by like gases and whatever bullshit we did personally to the earth. You know what I mean? But what I'm talking about is like the earth shifted.
Well, yeah, like I think it's all like a natural thing, but like to say humans didn't actually have some kind of impact on the earth. Yeah, of course we did.
Yes,
but I don't think that's what's actually happening. I think it's more of like it's just a natural thing. The poles shifted, and now like things are like different, and now we have to deal.
No, we got certain frequencies, we got certain like energies, we got certain heat waves coming at us. All this shit that none of you guys are taking accountable for. You know what I mean? We got shit that's fucking our planet up, and you think this bubble's gonna go and protect us? No, it only protects us so much.
And not only that, but like the solar what the hell am I trying to say?
Solar flares.
The solar flares that come.
Solar flares. It messes with us, and you know that, Rev. We are carbon-based beings. Remember that, and I'll tell you exactly what carbon-based beings we are. I'll do that on a different separate chat, but every single time these flares happen to us, since we're carbon beings, we get affected and we get these certain upgrades or degrades. So it depends on you. So I'm not going to say it's going to help you or benefit you, because sometimes it could fuck you up. You don't know. It depends on you. God bless. I'm gonna leave it at that. You can't say anything else, right?
Carbon's a lot to do with everything. Most of gardening's got to do with carbon. Carbon's a lot to do with everything in gardening. If you got plenty of carbon in your garden, which I had a 3, maybe 400-year-old red oak tree that I used that was decomposed as my carbon source this year.
You see, you didn't use the carbon then. Now, I'm going to go ahead and tell you right now, you failed on that one, because the microbes that were already in that old oak, so guarantee that old oak was probably been there for a couple hundred years and already had all these microbes inside the oak itself before it carbonized. That is what you were using. You weren't using the carbon. You were using the microbes. That's what I do. So I'm going to tell you that right now. So we're going to go old oak status. I'm gonna bump in there and be like, ooh, that's what I do. Get in there scientifically.
I had a teacher before it failed. He told me he was actually a history teacher. He told me that was the biggest red oak that he had ever seen in these parts.
There we go.
This thing was towered above everything else. It was so huge. It is
research old oaks. Old oaks can live up to like a couple hundred to a couple thousand years old. They have beneficial microbes in their roots and stuff like that. That's what I do. I do microbes and stuff like that. I harvest microbes the Korean natural farming way. What I do is I get a bunch of rice, just regular rice, like Filipino style to Asian style rice, and I put it in a woven basket or whatever. I don't care what it is. I put it in a container and I put it next to the old oaks or whatever, and I'll leave it there for a couple days. And that rice will be a food source to these microbes, and it'll collect the microbes, and it'll collect a colony of those microbes that are beneficial on that rice. And I can use that rice right there that has all these beneficial microbes on my garden, which I mix with brown sugar. Everybody has Hawaiian brown sugar. They can get it, whatever. That's what I use. And you use the same part, whatever you have on that rice, to the brown sugar. And you can create what's called IMO, what's called indigenous microbe organisms. Those microbes you can pass on to whatever you got going in your garden, and you can have 100% anything that's beautiful in the environment for free. And that's how I do
it. What was I telling about rice and starting little seedlings? Remember me telling you about that, but I never did it again. Experiment with. I did rice in my soil. It just as what happened here. Here's the story. I was too lazy. I'd saved some seed and I put rice in it to keep it dry, and I didn't want to separate it. So I was like, fuck it, I'm going to throw this rice in with these pepper seeds. And what happened? The pepper seeds plant, the seedlings grew twice as good, twice as green and thick as any of the other plants. But first of all, there was this nasty looking fungus that grew on top of it.
Yeah, I was gonna tell you. I knew what happened.
Was like,
you want me to rub it in there with
okay?
I'll tell you what happened.
Yeah, it should be fine. After that, it should be fine. Let's see what happens. And these seedlings grew fucking twice as good. So there was something with that rice and starting those seedlings with that rice and that fungus to where these things grew outstanding.
Okay, Arctic. What happened to Arctic right there? He mixed rice with his pepper seeds, and what happened with the rice? Well, I use rice to create what's called there's a certain microbe that's called lactobacillus. Anyhow, that's what it is. It's called. You guys look it up. It's really, really simple. It's called lactobacillus, and you use it with rice. The rice is just all it does is it feeds whatever this microbe that's out in the air. That's what it is. It's a microbe in the air. It's all in the environment. It's everywhere in the world. You can't hide from it. Whatever. But the rice culture that he made right there sucked it up basically, because he made basically the food for this source, and it created this mold called lactobacillus. And he'll look it up later and go, holy shit, there it is. You know what I mean? And I'm telling you right now, that's what it is, because that's what I did. The lactobacillus is actually beneficial to anything that has to do with gardening and roots and stuff like that. So you'll all look it up and go, holy shit, so I was right. But this is I got my master's degree in all this stuff, so you can school me on stuff, and I'll be like, oh yeah, I'll tell you the actual definition of that. That's what I did for a living for many years, why I'm here in Texas. But keep going.
Blumber, do you remember me telling you about that though?
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew there was something. There's a connection there, but I never did try to recreate.
I do Korean natural farming there, Arctic, and Korean natural farming. I get rice and I put it in water, and it has to be like natural water from a spring or purified. I mix it up and I shake it up inside a jar. I open up the jar and I leave it there in like a windy part of like the house for probably a couple hours. I'll leave it there. So the microbes in the air go into that little petri dish that I made right there. And naturally in the air is lactobacillus, and you guys can all look it up, and I'm telling you, that's exactly what you did, because that's the only thing that can survive on rice, because that's what I do in Korean natural farming. So you're speaking something that I've done probably for 30 years and stuff like that. So this is something that I'm not talking out of my ass. It's something that Master Cho, if you guys want to know about Korean natural farming, look up Master Cho. He's from Korea. Shout outs to him, because he taught me everything I knew.
You know, like a lot of people, I haven't sprayed no pesticides, but you know what I noticed is like some of the native plants, that's what the bugs are going after before like my crops. Just some of the
if you want to use something that'll get rid of the bugs and shit on your crops, grow some. I would recommend, since you guys are over there in your areas, some Kentucky tobacco, or find any type of species of tobacco. Grow it live, grow it naturally, and you'll grow basically a poison. No, you'll grow a poison that nothing can eat that tobacco. You grab the leaves of that shit, you put it in a spray bottle with water, and you shake it up really good, and you spray it on your plants or whatever. Nothing will eat your plants, and you'll thank me later on that one. That's why I grow Kentucky tobacco.
As a plant for the bugs to go on to also. And attracted plant, so they're attracted to the tobacco plant instead of your tomatoes.
Yeah, no, there'll always be bugs that'll be attracted to your tobacco plant, but you gotta understand that there's other alternatives. Just look them up. Like, I do so many different alternatives. It just depends on the side effects you're willing to deal with, basically. So look at the pros and cons of anything you deal with. Don't take our opinions. Look at the pros and cons and go from there. Amen on that. No truth. You know, because I can say a bunch of stuff and you can do all the things I do, but you have a different climate, you have a different soil, you have a different environment. So what I say is probably bullshit to you. I'm gonna be honest on that. So I'm gonna give you an honest opinion. So if you really want to know my opinion, I'll fucking tell you. Unless you're doing the same shit I'm doing, you're gonna get the same results. That's real shit. None of us will get the same results. I'm gonna be real on that. So I'm gonna give you the
can have
opinion
two
on my climate.
identical plants and get two different results. You could have one plant. Let's say you got a Reaper plant. You could have one Reaper plant that does a lot.
That's true, but you got to understand the people here on the panel right here. Even if we did do the Reapers, we are so high advanced on like how to grow stuff, dude. None of us will ever grow the same. You know what I mean? Like I got some pretty good styles. Everyone here has different styles.
Mm-hmm.
We'll never, you know, that's what I'm saying. I base this on the same thing with the cannabis. You can give the whole panel seeds, and you'll get all of us have a different results. You know why? Because we're all going by different vibrations, different soils, different waters, different techniques, different love, everything, dude. Like it depends on you. You know what I mean? You are the grower. If you're gonna go and base something on what you're all about, you're gonna find the results. So when you have Rob here bust out like 13, 15 phenodes on one pheno, you know what I mean? Or nodes on one pheno, and we all know that when we're talking about plants like that, we're like, whoa, dude, he's gonna have fucking 15, 16, 20 peppers on just one node. What the fuck is that? You know what I mean? That's amazing right there. That's impressive. Crazy. That's impressive right there.
And both of those strains that were in that cross, they're not like that heavy of producers. Like they do produce, but like maybe like 2 per node, 3 per node max.
Hey Rob,
and
in the cannabis industry, dude. Like, in the cannabis industry, when I do that, dude, I get a node, and then I'll say, here's the node right here. It's a female node. You know, it's a V right here. What I do, like, it's the same thing as a plant. You'll go and cut it, and there's like these 2 little searcher leaves that'll regenerate itself, and it'll create 2 different branches. That's the node we're talking about. We're creating one node to 2 node to 3 node to 4 node to 5 node.
It's impressive too that every single one of the flowers set like they didn't drop, but all that shit's coming out of one node. There's like nine peppers forming in one spot.
Me and Rob were talking about this in a couple of lives ago.
Yeah, that shit's crazy. That plant is going to be so productive, and the plant itself is already like 3 foot tall, like almost 3 foot wide, and it's still like.
That's what I'm talking about, dude. Can you imagine if all of you grew one of those plants? You would have pounds of peppers. You have no clue what Rob is showing you guys right now. I'm impressed, dude. I'm fucking sitting there going, what the fuck? No one's done this before, dude. Look at this, dude. Just like, I'm impressed. Because if this was like this in the cannabis community, dude, you would have like a pound on one little small branch on the bottom branch, while you would have 100 pounds on the top branches. You know what I mean? Everything would fall on itself, basically. Like, that's how productive this pepper is, basically, dude. And I'm really impressed, and I want seeds.
Thanks. That one I'll share seeds for, but that's it's still a new cross. It's a young cross. It's only an F2. Whenever I get peppers, the seeds will be F3.
Put me on the list, brother.
In order for it to be considered a stable variety, you have to grow it out to F8. And so the way that works is when you make a cross, when you cross 2 peppers, like with the pollen from one to the flower of another, the pepper that is formed, it doesn't resemble the cross. It just bears the seeds that will resemble the cross. So then you grow those seeds. Those are your F1 seeds.
You have to go through a double process is what you have to tell everybody, honestly. Yeah, when it comes to seeds, you have to go through a seed. Yeah, tell them. You have to go through a double process, and you have to go through the phenos.
Yeah, you got to pheno pick and stuff too. But that's
you got to tell them that though. You got to tell them that you made it sound way too far. Just redouble and pheno.
Like when you do the cross, the first seeds you get like from the pepper that you crossed. Those are your F1 seeds. Then you grow those out the next season, and you search for whatever desired pheno that you want, and when you harvest seeds from whatever pheno you want, those are your F2 seeds. Then you grow them
Yes.
out the next season, do the same thing, kind of search for whatever pheno you want, and then grow those again the next year, and so on. And each year it gets another generation further until it gets to F8. And when it gets to F8, that's when it's considered a stable strain, and there isn't going to be really any variation. It'll be genetically strong.
We did the same thing with cannabis.
You guys
And
saw
right
me
now,
doing
I'm
that, didn't
transitioning
you?
from
Hey.
cannabis to pepper world, and it's wild. And
Yeah.
Rob is showing me this way, so bless you to Rob.
Yeah, I know.
That's-
I mean, I don't know as much as some
Where it
people.
gets-
I know my shit.
Well, you're the one showing me the way. Honestly, I'm actually really looking forward to this because I'm in the South right now, and I actually want to grow so many cool peppers. And you're the one who has a lot of genetics that can actually show me
Yeah, he
that.
can.
I have a lot of personal meds that I want to go and give everyone too, but that's on the legal side.
Hey, Blumberg's genetics on my lemon starburst is gonna amaze you guys when you guys see this on my next episode on my videos. This thing is gonna be a monster. I'm not kidding you. You can't even see the peppers on it. It's so thick and so thick with the leaves and stuff. But if you look up underneath there, it's like loaded with them. And this thing's gonna be a monster. Blumberg is the one in the boat, not the one in the trash can. It's gonna be
I'm
the
pissed
one.
right now because I got a brain fart. I don't remember what hallucinogenic cactus that I'm growing right now. I'm growing one of them though. It's pretty crazy. It's like this big. Like a friend gave me like a shoot of it like this big, and it already has like roots, and it's doing good. I'm happy. And then I got dragon fruit going really good. Half of it died, and then the other half of it like regrew. I brought it from California. I'm so stoked. And I just recently moved from California, but this dragon fruit is growing probably like this high, and I plan on making multiple shoots and clones of it so I can give it to a bunch of people here and where I'm at, and they can go and make it as medicine. They're really excited. I have to make a bunch of seeds now.
Blumberg's got good genetics when it comes to pepper seeds.
Yes. So if you guys got dragon fruit seeds, genetics that are better than mine, because I there's a certain YouTuber that I know online.
Just one
I won't
second.
mention names.
I just looked at the chat, but what's up, Susie? And Susie asked me a question. She asked what plant that was. The one that I was showing with all the crazy clusters. That's my
Beautiful.
Carolina Reaper crossed with chocolate bootlet DM. It's in F3 right now. So the seed. Wait, is that right? No.
That's
no.
the one I'm making
It's
in
F2.
stained glass form, right?
That's right. Last year was the F1 seeds. It's in F2. So the seeds from it this year will be F3. But I'm excited to see how that one.
Trying to make this in the stained glass form.
That plant's throwing out so many different phenos right now too. It's awesome. Like I love having all the different crazy
It
shit.
is.
I
Yeah,
have all
that's what I
kinds of
like.
to pick from.
Like when I was doing my thing with corn,
Like I'm still there. Oh, it was up more. Sorry, my bad. Because he got really mad at me when I showed it that way. It was like more upwards this way.
Yeah, like that looks good.
I remember. Trust me. I pay attention when people tell me in detail because I do a lot of custom work for custom people that I can't post online because a lot of people ask me, how come you don't post your stuff online? I'm like, I work for churches, Freemasons, and a lot of personal societies that don't want that stuff online. I do stained glass work. So it's a lot of people don't want that stuff personally online, and I respect whatever they got to do, but like still, I like to show my art to my personal people of what I do, and if somebody wants something, let me know. I can do anything in glass. I work with diamonds.
Hell yeah.
I still have this bat here. Someone wanted me to make him some jewelry. I don't know if you want to see that, Rev. It's right here. I have a diamond bit drill right here where I customly make stained glass work, and I can make anything out of glass, stone, diamonds, or whatever. But this bit right here is made out of diamonds. all these bits right here. I have a Dremel. I can make pearls out of diamond or pearls out of skulls and stuff like that, or whatever you want me to do. I do all that kind of weird stuff, but I make stained glass work, and someone wanted a pennant made out of a bat, basically made out of I think this is called mosaic purple. Oh, it's cathedral glass purple. And then I lined it up with copper, and then I'm about to solder it. I did probably like 30 of these things already.
Hell yeah.
That's sweet.
Just wanted to show that.
Yeah, I've always liked working with my hands and making shit and being creative. It's just like such a rewarding feeling.
I'm a hands-on.
Why don't you just glass? I mean, if you name it. I mean, I actually do like flint work where I make like Native American arrows, you name it, like anything you can possibly think of, I can do it. I have a studio right here in front, right here where the camera is. You guys just don't see it. It's just
you're
I'm surrounded by all my tools. I'm in the basement right now. This is my studio.
No, but I said you're into flint napping as well.
Everything. You name it, that's what I do. And on it, I have a connection with that with my relatives, I guess, since my family's been here in Texas before Texas was Texas.
Shout out to Don Quixote.
No, I don't want to shout out to him. I know his history. It's not good. Well, shout out to him to everyone else. Out of respect to anyone else who respects Don Quixote. I don't want to hate on you guys, but
Eric,
it's pretty bad here in this area.
You got one eye open and the hiccups.
Yeah.
How did we lose the Kiwi?
Did you invite her?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I'm looking at each one of you. I'm the only one that can understand her, dude. So, like, you guys gonna have a hard time. Can you guys understand Kiwi? Because, like, honestly, I
I
understand
can understand
a European
what she says
strong
when
accent.
People aren't talking over her. You
No,
know?
Yeah.
of course I can't understand her.
There you go.
But
I know. That's why I bring this up. That's why, Rev. This is Rev's channel. That's why I brought that up.
What's up, Pedro? Hey,
I want you to understand her, bro.
Blumberg, can you give Pedro a link?
He said I asked him earlier when he popped in the chat. I said, "What's up?" And he said that you can't join tonight. Pedro's my boy. He's the shit.
Yeah.
Get that money. Get it.
Don't everybody all talk at once now.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, well.
Getting a little out of control again.
You guys heard that.
Uh-oh.
When you guys hear my beer pop, that's, you know, everything's popping. Hey, Rev, you want to put some music on, or I'll put some music on, or we can go from there. I'm already ready for it. We can do this. Make it live.
What's up, Pedro? Nah, I never do music on my live stream.
That's what I wanted to hear.
He does that because he leaves his videos up
Yeah.
all the time. Otherwise, you get the copyright strikes.
So these are going to multi-sources. Yeah, I was gonna say these are going to multi-sources on multimedia links.
Let's just double check, and nah, Kiwi's got the link, so
Nice. Just make sure to tell her because I think she may be on a slight delay. We may be talking over her, or she may be talking over us.
Wait, were you saying like a slight delay?
No, I wasn't saying it like that. I'm not mean, dude. No, I'm just saying like, no, not like that at all. Like I'm just saying like she's in Kiwi land. Remember, she's a day ahead of us, dude. You gotta understand it's in hours. Look at it. Look at our daylight saving timeline or whatever you want to call it, dude. She's like a day ahead of us. She's in the future.
Living in the future.
This is like I live 5 miles from Illinois border, and they're an hour behind me. So I'm living the future of them.
Yeah,
5 miles away.
I have friends on an island. Yeah, I have friends on an island near Australia who play with Tasmanian devils and shit online and shit. They're crazy motherfuckers, dude. But they're a day and a half ahead of me and all of you. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. A day and a half. So I'm sitting there going, ha! And it's like a day and a half. And I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, to me, that's amazing how technology goes. But cheers. There's only one place in the world where there's Tasmanian devils. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Well, yeah. Well, no. Kiwi lives
Besides zoo.
like more close to Antarctica than Tasmania.
Yeah. They live in Tasmania where my friends are at. Tasmania is an island off Australia. Australia is the Great Barrier Reef. So just imagine their timeline towards us. They're in a fluctuation of timelines depending on where you're at, depending on how fast we're going too.
But Kiwis are like even farther off of Australia. They're like even more southeast.
Honestly, I think they're like the second. I want to say. I don't know what to say. It. I think Africa is the motherland. To be honest, here on Earth, because it's the oldest thing, and then from there, I think Australia was like the backup. Because Australia, if you look at our Earth right now, the oldest people on Earth are Australian Aborigines that are hidden in far off country where you can't fuck with them and stuff like that. And they eat things and eggs and alligators and stuff like that. And they don't even want to fuck with us. You know what I mean? But I fucking love them personally because they kept it alive this whole time, dude, while we were fucking up the planet. You know what I mean? I don't know.
There's still
That's my personal
people that tribes that ain't never been discovered yet.
That's my point. You know what I mean? There's a couple islands out there where they throw arrows at the fucking planes and shit and tell you, no, we don't even want to fuck with you guys. Get the fuck away from our fucking island. You know what I mean? That's awesome. They're like, they don't even want to fuck with us. They're like, let us evolve on our own. We don't even want to fuck with you.
Fucking island, so people don't fuck with me.
That's the whole point. I think that's what everyone in America wants. You know, everyone talks about wall this, wall that. I don't want to go there, but that's exactly what these islanders are doing. You know what I mean? They're throwing their arrows, going, we don't even want to fuck with you guys. Let us evolve on our own and let us do our thing. I think that's what everyone else wants. That's my personal opinion, and I'll drop it there.
And Blumberg, go.
What?
I said, and Blumberg, go.
I don't have anything to say on
You know, all of you thought the same, man. Can you imagine having your own island, your own family, doing what you got to do? You'd fucking love it.
I want my own island. Be able to grow my own smoke.
Fuck yeah. Dude, you'd have your own laws. You own fishing. You know, you get your own island. Think about it. We all would love that.
And have a community of people.
Yes. Everyone else
I'd
would
be up for it. I know how to grow.
Would you like that, Gumby?
Yeah, a cashless society.
No, just think about your society, about how you would dedicate your society for your people. You know what I mean? Because it's not just about you. You know what I mean? It's about the people on the island. You know what I mean? You're basically a mayor or someone who represents the whole.
Mm-hmm. And not have to deal with all this shit. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
I'm 100% there too. We all are dealing with those situations right now. No matter what we believe in, and no matter what we are in a whole, think about it. Every one of us are going, you know what? That's exactly what I want. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
We're
but
all sitting there
want
at
to be
that point.
free. Everybody wants to be free, really. We don't want to have to worry
Yes.
about having to pay our house payment. We just want to live natural. You know, for me, that's the way I want. I don't want to have to worry about government looking over my shoulder. Hey, you got to pay me taxes on this, taking 70% of our money that you make and shit. Fuck that. We just want to work and live in a free society.
It all depends on your state. Most of the time, it's yeah, that's how it goes. I don't even want to go there because we're going into politics, and I don't even want to go there because it's not my channel. But God bless America. Cause I love it. I love every one of you, dude. I don't care what goes on in each one of your states. Because honestly, I love you if you're in Virginia or South Carolina or in Texas or in California or in Washington. I love every one of you. Or even if you're in other states in Canada and Mexico, I love all you guys, dude. You know, fuck all the bullshit, dude. You guys have a lot that I need to know. And Rev and everyone else. God bless.
Cheers.
I'm a pagan saying that too, so
Cheers.
I'll leave it at that.
So, Miss Gummy, you live in Alaska now?
No, I'm in Georgia. I tell people that because yeah.
Georgia, you ought to be able to grow all kinds of good stuff down there.
They too.
I
They
mean,
do.
like pretty much all year round, almost.
Yeah. You got the hiccups there. What's going on?
I know because I swallowed a little bit of chewing tobacco.
Oh.
That's what my hiccups were from, not from the beer.
Oh, okay.
Chewing some.
It's probably a combination, to be honest with you.
No, I took a big swallow before I spit my chew out. I was like, uh-oh, that gave me the hiccups. Because I can't swallow my chewing tobacco. I always spit it because it gives me the hiccups and the heartburn so bad that...
Oof.
And anytime I ever swallow it, it instantly gives me the hiccups like that. I don't know why. I've never been able to swallow it. I was like, oh, shit. As soon as it went down, I was like, oh, I'm fucked.
Drink some.
I want to try some. Whoops, sorry. I was gonna say I was wanting to try some of this chewing tobacco that Blomberg was showing me one time. Something, little chunks of stuff. What was that called?
The little tiny tobacco bits.
Yeah,
that's Oliver Twist.
Oliver Twist. I want to try. I still want to try that.
Yeah, it comes in like a little small plastic container, like that long and about like that wide and like that deep. And it's just like a ton of these little bits, and they're like compressed little bits.
Do you still got that picture of it or no?
I mean, I could look it up online.
Oh, you don't have to do that. But you had a picture and was showing me. He's like, "You ever tried this?" And I was like, "No, I want to try it because it looks so good." I like tobacco, you know.
Actual tobacco?
And chewing tobacco, actual real tobacco.
I grown to Kentucky tobacco that I got from my boy. I'll probably give him a shout out here. His name's Bazago Innovations. You guys can look him up on YouTube. He has an awesome channel. He made me a rosin press, a 12-ton rosin press. Where I go nowadays, I'm in Texas, so I'll go and press every kind of oils or you name it, from lavender to a bunch of stuff, since I want to keep it natural and real here until I'm legal enough to press all the stuff I need to press. But I'm utilizing what he made me for cannabis in Texas now, so till I can get my licenses and be legit.
Sweet.
And that's real. But he made me a bunch of awesome stuff, though. I'll tell you that right now. He's a very cool cat.
I
You
know
ever
when
wanna
I was
check
a
some
kid,
stuff
I
out?
smoked some tobacco because I lived close to Kentucky. I lived on the Kentucky-Indiana border, and I smoked some tobacco that was hanging in my grandpa's garage.
What do you want to know about tobacco though? You're
It
growing
was
it now,
harsher and
dude.
shit,
I got
man. It put
warnings.
some hairs on your chest. It made us sick.
It's true. All right, right now, what I wanted to do with that tobacco, since my friend gave me a tobacco plant, my choices. I wanted to grow my tobacco, harvest the leaves, and I wanted to press it with my rosin press and get 100% tobacco. He told me that I would kill myself if I did that because basically the tobacco that's in natural cigarettes and whatever you want right now is only like in 1%, 2%, whatever percent. I would be dealing with like 1,000 to like 1,000,000%, and it would literally kill me, and it would be a poison. So he warned me. So I'm warning you all right now: never rosin press any tobacco plant because it would kill you. It's a poison, and it would kill you. And I'm telling you right now, as a friend and family, don't ever do that because it would kill you.
I don't
That's
want
being real.
that Blumberg just sent me a picture of that stuff. I don't want to try
Well,
that.
I'm the first
They don't
person
got that
probably
around here.
on YouTube that ever do that. And I'm gonna let you know that right now. It'll kill you. I use it as a poison, and if you guys ever wanted something that'll kill the bugs and stuff around your garden and stuff like that, grow a tobacco plant, press it, take the oils out of that tobacco plant, and mix it with a little bit of distilled water or whatever. Put it in a water bottle. Use that as a poison. That's it, because that's what it is. It will fucking kill you. And I'm gonna let you know that right now. It'll kill all the bugs and everything in your garden, and it'll do you good. It won't do you good. So don't ever fucking take it. It'll kill you. I'm gonna let you know that right now. I'm gonna state it right now. It's a poison, and use it as a poison.
Wait, so
God
what
bless.
will it do to you?
Anything concentrated in tobacco. So there's a lot of people that ask me, Sal, what happens if you go and rosin press your tobacco plants? I had hundreds and thousands. I had a lot of followers, hundreds of thousands of followers ask me, Sal, what happens if you rosin press your tobacco plant that you got from Bazego? And I told them, it's a poison. If you actually take that, because they wanted to put it inside their vape pens and smoke it and stuff like that. I told them, if you do that, it'll fucking kill you. And I have to state that right now. Don't ever do that. Use it as a poison. It's not something that you put in a vape pen. It's not something that you think you can smoke or anything like that. It's a fucking poison. I'm gonna let you know that right now, live, since we're live right now. And there's people that'll second guess a bunch of stupid shit. I don't want them to do stupid shit, and I'm letting you know right now. That's how I feel, because I've done the research.
Cool.
I don't want to be responsible for stupid people fucking killing themselves off a high concentration of tobacco, and they don't know better.
Well,
Okay, you guys should all know better.
well, in a generation, what were they doing with those Tide Pods? They were sticking in their mouth, and doing all kind of.
Remember,
Oh my god!
there was up to 6 or 7 of them. I saw them, and those Tide Pods, like that was in my county in San Diego before I moved to Texas. All these people, where that originated was in San Diego, so I know what she's talking about. So all these people that I knew were gathering around these concentrated cannabis pods and trying to smoke them all at once and pass out, basically. I was looking at them like, dude, what are you doing, dude? You're just teaching other people to do stupid shit. Stop. But anyhow, I just want to let people know, if you concentrate tobacco, no matter what form it is, and trust me, I went to my buddy from Kentucky. He gave me the strongest form of tobacco known to man, and I pressed it into a rosin press, and I concentrated until like 1,000,000%, basically. So it was THC in like 1,000,000%. So, and I was telling everybody, I'm gonna take a dab of it. Me being a dumbass, I was this close about to take a dab of something that would have fucking killed me. Okay? So I'm letting all of you know right now, don't ever press tobacco and try to take a dab out of it, because it'll fucking kill you. It's a poison. I'm trying to warn people right now. That was the whole point of me bringing this up right now. If you try to press tobacco and try to dab it, because it comes out like a rosin glob and whatever, it'll fucking kill you. I'm just letting people know right now. Fucking stupid, dude. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Don't the I thought when I was reading about how the cigarette companies made cigarettes that they pretty much took the tobacco and freebased it like crack cocaine, so people were more addicted to it.
No, what they do is they only put a certain percentage in there. They only put like 1 or whatever percentage they want, and the 1,000 other ingredients they put in whatever they have in their products. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to say what they have or what they don't have, but that's how they do it, though. We all know it, you know? So I'm not going to go there. Cheers to that. I'm just being honest, dude. Don't ever press tobacco, because I got a bunch of natural friends right now, and they're all looking at this, and there's a bunch of Revs friends right here probably looking at this going, hey, you know what? Has anyone ever fucking rosin pressed fucking tobacco? I'm gonna let you know right now, it's a fucking poison. Don't fucking dab it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah,
Don't do it.
don't set yourself on fire like I've seen some knuckleheads do. God.
No, you won't set your. The only way you'll set yourself on fire if you do that shit with I hate to say it's a different process. Rosin pressing has nothing to do with setting yourself on fire. What setting yourself on fire has to do with the certain gas you use and the certain gas you use for certain products.
And extract.
It's butane. Yeah. Butane extracts, if you're not doing it outside in a ventilated area, you'll set yourself on fire and you'll blow up. If you're smoking weed next to fucking while you're in a butane tube trying to do that shit, you're a fucking asshole. You deserve to be burnt, but I hate saying that. Don't do it. Be safe. Do your research. Know what you're doing. Be organic. Go with the
Yeah,
earth.
don't even fucking make that stupid butane shit. Like, that stuff's gross.
Butane is chemical. So if you're going chemical, you should
It's
know
a
better.
bastard gas, as Hank Hill will say. Hank
Yeah,
Hill.
but like they did a bunch of like research on like the extracts, like the butane extracts, and even the places that claim to where they would get it all purged out. They did like extensive testing on it and stuff, and they came back with like, I mean, just minute trace amounts of stuff, but they were finding like something in there that they considered like they described it as like some type of like machinery oil or something, and it's from like the plants where the butane is made, and there's like trace amounts of that in there. And even if you get it all the way purged out right to where the butane's all gone, there's still like this mystery oil that's left behind. And
All right,
like,
all
that's
right,
just
all
great.
right. That mystery oil that he just described right now is where I was gonna go, but I didn't want to really go there because like it's subliminal basically. Because if you look on a spiritual level, there's this stuff called the black goo, and you guys can all look this up later, and you'll be like, "What the fuck is Sal talking about?" Because honestly, I'm gonna go on the deep end right now. This stuff that's called the black goo is actually like some oil product that is actually a synthetic fluid that's actually alive. It has different properties. It has something weird that controls people in a synthetic level. I'm not going to go in a deep level about it because I don't know shit because I'm talking about shit right now. And I'm going to be real about that. But that's what he was going on about that. When Lumberg was actually talking about this mystery oil. This mystery oil, I honestly think it's connected to this thing called the black goo that's kind of fucking up people's heads. And when people start doing this stuff in mass quantities, it starts controlling them in some kind of fucking weird way. And people like to go and put an assumption on it does this, it does that. But we don't know shit, so we don't know it. We're just watching people as they do it, basically. So we don't really know. But that's where we were going with it, though. Keep going. I've seen it, dude. I've seen it. I've watched people here in LA and San Francisco and the mid California do that shit for years, and I've been in the circuit for a while. You know what I mean? I've been legal in California probably since the early '90s. So I've watched how concentrations, certain genetics evolved over the past 30 years. I've only recently been in Texas, so I'm only learning a lot of new things, and I'm showing how to be cannabis. To be honest, because we're legal here in Texas now. I don't know if most know that. There's only a few of us that are legal, and I've been legal.
Illinois just made it legal. That's 5 miles down the road from me.
Legal for what? Medical or what?
Oh,
Medical cannabis.
Legal.
And you can grow.
If you had a criminal record, it's all going to go away. Illinois is going to be the first state in the country to totally decriminalize it, and all your records are fucking wiped out and everything.
Get expunged. Oh, that's awesome.
There was a country just a week ago that did that. Let me do research in a little bit. And I'll
Illinois.
come back in the comments
Illinois,
and I'll tell you.
the state right next to me, they just become the first state to totally decriminalize
Is that what it was? Okay, because
Yeah.
like I just saw that recently and I was like, maybe was it you that just like friend requested me on Facebook that told me that? Someone told me that. I was like, whoa, dude, that's awesome.
No, Kyle. Kyle told you about that because
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, okay. Awesome. Good vibe.
I mean, wow.
Shout outs to Kyle. No, real
Yeah,
shit. Thanks,
is-
Gumby.
now so
Do you know what they're going to do? I live on most of Illinois and Indiana is on a border of a river, the Wabash River. They're going to catch people going across the bridge all the time.
Yep.
Indiana cops are going to go crazy and make all kinds of money for a while.
That's how they do it. That's how they do it in every state. I'll tell you how they did it in California. I was the first 100th person in California to get legalized in California for federal and state for cannabis. And I set an example for hundreds and thousands of people because back then I was there protesting in front of federal buildings and all this stuff for like 15 years before I got legalized. So I paid my dues when it come to becoming legalized. And right now I'm transitioning to the cannabis community, to the paper community. So it's crazy for me, but like I could tell you how it was in the cannabis community, how it was back in the day in California, because I was one of the first 100 people, and that was wild. I'll tell you that right now. Like the same thing is happening in every other state, and it's the same thing. I've noticed every other state has to pay certain dues where certain people in that state have to that are I want to say have sponsorship to make a bunch of money for the legalization of cannabis, have to make their money. You have to make sure those sponsors and all the other legal people make their money before you make money. So if you're going to think you're going to make money right away in the legal cannabisation in your state, you're fooled. I'm going to tell you that right now. You got to make sure everyone else's cup is full before your cup is full. I'm going to let you know that right now because that's how we did it in California. We had to make sure all the other bullshit people who were political and whatever, dude, got their money, and then we got our money, and then everyone else was happy. But that's the truth. As long as you take care of everybody else, you'll survive. If you don't take care of all your people and all the other people who want to tax you, you'll never make it.
Here's
That's
how
fucking real. I'm telling that to all of the United States. That's for real right there, dude.
The town that's in Illinois that's just across the border, that's 5 miles away, the only bridge gets north or south of me for 30 or 40 miles to the north or 30 miles to the south because Indiana, Illinois and Indiana, the Wabash River is the border, and you got to have a bridge to cross it. Them cops are going to be waiting right here at Hudsonville by where I live because there's going to be just like when Illinois had Sunday beer and Indiana didn't have Sunday beer. Everybody would cross the border over here to Hudsonville and get Sunday beer because it was illegal to buy Sunday beer for years here in Indiana.
You as many as like all the people who live in your area need to go and make a plan on your river, and God bless America, and you guys do what you got to do, and you meet up and you do what you got to do, and that's it. And I don't want to say anymore. That's how it is. That's how it is. You guys have to meet up. I've met up with a bunch of people from Canada doing that. I met up with everywhere. We all meet up in certain. I was a fisherman, so that's how it is. You know what I mean? God bless people, dude. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Be a Bible salesman down the river.
Yeah, there you go.
You know what I mean? Look what I found floating. That's what I'm saying, though. Like,
I'm just trying to sell Bibles.
Yeah. Shout out to Paper Moon.
oh,
Shout out
paper. Boom.
Passed out.
What now?
I was going to say, I don't mean
Shout out to Rev. I'm pretty sure he passed out.
Oh, did he?
Rev is not passed out. He's peeing because he's not on his chair. He's either peeing or he's feeding his dog.
He's
Rev's
been gone.
not.
I'll give it another 5 minutes, and I'm going to go ahead and say he passed out.
No, basically he left me and Gumby in charge if he did pass out. That's what he told me when he started this live. So I rather keep Gumby in charge to the point where she doesn't feel like she doesn't want that responsibility. She could pass me to it, I guess, and we'll go from there and we'll tag team.
So, Gumby, do you grow anything?
No.
Are you interested in growing stuff?
Well,
Your
yeah.
own vegetables and stuff?
Yeah. You know, I live in a place where, you know, they don't really allow us to do anything here, but you know,
I see where you live. I had an apartment that looked just like your apartment right there. I'm looking at it right there. You have a door. Right next door is the kitchen. I see the whole. I used to make a. I don't know if you. I lived in Temecula, California, and I helped build half that town before I left that town. I don't like telling people, but I do mason work and stuff like that. And I literally built half that town before I left that town and left to Texas. And that's what I'm doing here. So it's wild that I look at your apartment complex and I'm looking at it going like, huh, I know that exact kind of setup right there. Because you have your door right there that's right behind you, and you have your kitchen.
that's the pantry, yeah.
Yeah.
Then I have
And right
my back.
on your left, you probably have your bedroom door
No, my
where the
bed
hall is.
is over here. My back door is right here. My front door is
Okay, I was gonna say either your left or your right is either your bedroom door or your exit.
See, we need to just grow something that you like eating. That way, it's like it makes you feel better about yourself. Like, hey, at least I consume this.
It's so rewarding growing shit, being able to like harvest it.
I am interested. You know, maybe further down the line, I'll start getting into some stuff because I'm also interested in like canning my own stuff.
Because we can all kinds of stuff. If you look up,
I do ferments.
jars of stuff.
I don't
Yeah,
know
I
if
do
you're
ferments.
spicy stuff or not, but I'm sure you can at least handle jalapenos. I could give you some like cool jalapeno variety seeds and stuff, and those are fun to grow. And I can a lot of the jalapenos that I grow. I just cut them into slices like you get at the store, and
Oh,
just pack cases and freaking seal them.
sweet.
You got to boil them in water to seal them.
I do Korean natural farming, guys. So everything I do kimchi. I do basically everything that you have in your garden that needs nutrients. I do it in a ferment style. And what I do is like when I do my ferments, I'll show you my ferments right now if you guys
I
want
got
to
a
see that.
ferment going
Right behind me. Look, no joke. Look, let me see. Unplug me right here. Right here. You see that green thing behind me right here?
Yeah.
That's my ferment. That's my ferment cabinet. And now my ferment cabinet, I have everything known to man in ferment. So if you think about it, I have mango or blah 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 blah, whatever it is. I take the nutrients out of that ferment and I concentrate it into like 1,000%, and I only add 1 or 2 drops of that per gallon on whatever I feed, whatever organically, and they get that nutrients by 1,000%. And they flourish and blah blah blah. So if you ever hear about people making their own nutrients, that's it right there. It's called Korean natural farming. And if you guys ever want to hear about that,
that shit goes so fucking fast. And
what I do, no. What you just said
that.
right now, grab the ragweed and grab a pound of ragweed, and then grab a pound of Hawaiian brown sugar. Put it in a glass pickle jar. That's what I use. I use pickle jars. I recycle my pickle jars, and let it sit in there for like a week or two. Let it ferment. All the liquids that'll build up. Process the liquid out of that, and then save the liquid and feed only like maybe 1 ml per gallon to your plants. You're basically feeding whatever made that ragweed flourish in your yard 1,000% to all your plants. So if you had something that was like your grass or something that wasn't flourishing and your ragweed was flourishing, you basically took whatever out of that ragweed and fed it to your plants or your lawn and made 1,000%.
Yeah, because a ragweed, man, they'll grow so fucking tall and big.
I can get into detail and scientific detail about all this stuff. So if you guys ever wanted proof on whatever, like I'm connected with a lot of authors about this, so I'm not talking out of my ass about this.
I'm not talking. See, I know a lot of stuff that you're talking about too.
Yeah, I followed a friend from Korea named Master Cho, and you guys can look this up. He's an author on YouTube. Master Cho actually taught me everything I need to know about Korean natural farming, and I've been doing this probably for 15 years, and I probably taught over 100,000 people doing this because I traveled all around the world being a military brat. And when I taught these people how to do this, they taught their families how to do it, and they passed down to people who were actually medically needed to know this stuff, so they can eat the right amount of foods that'll actually make them survive and cure cancers and cure illnesses.
Yeah, my grandpa
like
told me about cures for cancer when I was a kid, and I didn't even know nothing about cancer. You know, this was in the 80s, and I didn't know nothing about cancer. It's just like, there's been cures for cancer for years. Dr. such and such from, country doctor had this cure years ago. And I didn't know nothing about it. And he's telling me this stuff about it. And he's the one that told me about a lot of kind of cool organic stuff.
I'll let you guys know about a lot of stuff when it comes to organics. Your body has to take probably maybe 3 months for you to go through maybe a smoothie or a organic cleanse or whatever bullshit you're going through. If you want to go through the organic phase, and if you're just eating bullshit, you have to go through 3 months. Your body every 3 months produces an organ. So your body will, whatever you eat will produce whatever it is. Say that whatever you eat, your body will produce a heart of whatever you eat every 3 to 6 months, depending on what your organ is. So don't quote me on that, because I had a lot of British people go, hey, you know what the British proper way is? If you're going to quote that, you better fucking say it. And I got quoted yesterday, so I should not say it that way. So I'm going to be right now saying whatever your body is and whatever you eat, well, whatever it is, your organs will produce in you. So if you have a lung or whatever kind of problem you have, go through a 3 or 4 month process of eating beyond goodness. And I recommend smoothies because that's a lot of bullshit that you can drink all at once, and you can do it. You can do it and manage it. You know what I mean? I did the smoothie diet. I survived cancer. I survived my kidneys almost failed on me. I'm drinking right now on a V-bar, dude, and people are amazed at me that I'm doing that right now because I almost died 3 years ago. And I could show that live on my Instagram or Facebook. And that's real. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Like, I'm not talking out of my ass. I'm living proof of what I'm doing.
I can't.
It's been 13 minutes. I'd say it's safe to say the Rev passed out.
Yeah. How about the German scientists that did all the studyings with different organic, with the moon phases and stirring the?
Well, if you want to go there, I know the 100% history about that because here in El Paso, Texas, when we did Project Paperclip.
What's his name? I can't think of his name. The German guy that did all that.
Well, he's the rocket scientist, basically how we got NASA.
But
that's where you're going.
Well, the guy that I like that I watch on YouTube, he's down by Blumberg. His name's the Barefoot Gardener down in Nashville. He follows his practices. You know what I'm talking about, Blumberg?
Yeah, that guy's cool.
What's that practice that he follows? The German guys. It's called. Gosh, I could name it any other time.
I'm leaking secrets. My bad. I'm leaking secrets on Facebook.
Right. What's the German
and YouTube right now live?
Look, the study of the planets and the Earth and the stirring of the compost with the like the cow horns, and you bury the manure in the cow horn. Dang it.
You're getting close to stuff that I actually research, and I'm connected to what's called the 9 code, and since my birthday is, I'm a Virgo, and I'm connected to a lot of things that I think is connected to space and time. Since I'm a Virgo, I'm gonna let you know right now. I don't believe in astrology or that bullshit, so I'm gonna let you know right now. I think Virgo and whatever astrology is bullshit to me because I don't believe in it. I don't know what it is. But since I am a Virgo, and I'm going to tell you what I am, a Virgo is supposed to be like someone who connects to like the 9 code and stuff like that. And I totally connect to what the 9 code is. And the 9 code is what Tesla, what Leonardo da Vinci was trying to tell the world, and a bunch of other people. And it's the 369 technology that basically the 9 code is what governs space and time. I can get deep in that, and scientifically, you can quote me on this stuff later and go, "Motherfucker, you were right about that shit. How do you know about that?" Like, I'm telling you, like, I spent probably like 30 years studying this stuff. So you guys want to quote me on stuff, I'm ready. But there's a certain energy that governs space and time, and it's the 369 code. We can go from there. This 369 code governs everything that what we do in time, what we do in our weeks, what we do in our months. You name it all. It's all connected. So you guys can argue about stuff, but I'm sitting there. I tried to argue about it for 30 years right now. So when I did try to argue about it, so everything that you're gonna come at me, I'm gonna be like, I already told this motherfucker about it, and he told me this. It's like a fail. Like, I'm just like, fuck, dude. But I can send you the links to what I'm talking about. So I'm not talking shit, and I'll send it in the comments. So if you guys can
where'd you go?
send me some shit. I see Rev. Rev's looking at me right now. Like, I woke him up. He's like, what, 369?
Another shit.
Rev's right now looking at me.
Look up the Barefoot Gardener. His name's Jeff Poppin. Look up his styles. Look up Jeff Poppin styles. He's down there by Blumberg. He does focus on the German guy. I'm trying to figure out what it's called. Where you have to stir the different stuff for so long. That different. Look up Jeff Poppin.
Who?
Jeff Poppin. You know who I'm talking about, don't you, Blumberg?
Yeah, I know who you're talking about, the Barefoot Gardener.
Yeah. What's his style called? But there's a certain German.
I know who you're talking about, but I don't know like what you're talking about.
I'm trying to remember the name of what it's called that he does.
That guy had like a show on like the public television.
Yeah, PBS.
Like years ago.
Oh, okay. I was like, all right, okay, gotcha.
And his garden's the most insane garden you've ever seen.
But if
Hey, do you guys want me to share this link that I was talking about, though? I'll share the link that I was talking about. That, like, I'll share it either in the comments or in our private Google chat. But it's wild, dude. It's talking about basically everything that I was just talking about. That sounded so fucking crazy that, like, I was sounding like crazy. But, like, trust me, I wouldn't say this publicly online if I didn't make sense on it. And I spent probably 30 years researching this, so you can quote me on this. And this is like ancient knowledge stuff too. So it's everything the Freemasons know. It's everything everybody else knows. That was like a secret. So it's like what governs space and time. It's called the 9 code. It's awesome. I'll share in the link in here.
Rev, what's up?
Rev.
That's what I was saying. I said maybe he had to shit. Take a big old poopy.
I was convinced he passed out.
No, he's not. He's here. That's why I'm saying that. But like, why am I not subscribed to you, bro? I feel like an asshole. Fuck that, dude. I shouldn't even be sharing shit. Dude, my bad. Not even subscribe to you.
Finish this beer, though. This is the last one I'm gonna have. It's almost 2. I stayed up late.
Biodynamic farming. That's what it's called.
Yes.
Biodynamic farming. Jeff Poppin. That's what he does. Look it up. That was done by a German scientist. You guys want to learn something? Watch Jeff Poppin. And Blumberg knows this dude is for real. It's called biodynamic farming. And I'm trying to think of the German guy's name.
Dude, the old barefoot hippie gardener, dude. Chill as fuck.
Hey, Hey, Reb, I'm gonna send you this link that I shared on my Instagram. That's called Compost Ponics, and it's everything that you do, but uh, it's plus using solar power energy, and it's plus using energy where you have a fire pit in the bottom and you're making your own biochar with everything that you do, bro. And I'm gonna send you that little pic right now so you can go and do information on that, because I'm doing information on this right now, and we talked about it earlier. It's called Compost Ponics, and I'm fucking stoked about this, and I'll share in the link. Here we go. Everybody's like, "Are you gonna share it already?" There we go. It's uploading. I'll share in the comments.
All right.
That is the next level of if you guys want to know what organics is all about. And Rev, he's on the level. He has everything that we're doing organics. He shares it on his profile. You guys all know that, but this right here, I'm trust me, I'm always looking for the next level kind of stuff. This kind of setup right here has like everything that you can possibly think of that we're doing already. It has an aquaponic setup. You can put everything on there. It has a fucking fire pit on the floor. If you want to do
like the methane gas and stuff,
dude, it does thermoponics. You saw it right there, right? It's thermoponics on there. It has everything on there. Everything.
Could you
Like, I'm
put
telling you.
methane gas and stuff? Like you can have compost piles with wood chips and buy like 1,000 foot of black
All
pipe.
that. I has all of it. All of it. All of it.
That's
also-
from the guy from France. What was his name that came up with all that?
I've been following this Asian dude. And that's the link on there. I was like sitting there trying to understand what he's saying, but in the same time I do, and he's teaching us a lot, dude. I'm sitting there going, "Whoa, dude!" He's I don't know how to say that word because I'm kind of faded right now, but he's doing it all.
Well, the first original thoughts of that was from a dude from France. Is where a lot of that originated.
It is. That's the same guy. Same guy. Let me. Am I on here? My bad. If you guys are talking to my marijuana face. Let me get back on here. I don't think I can. Here, let me turn my phone off and turn back on. I'll come back on. I can't go back on for some reason. Unless you guys know how to do this, I don't know how to fuck this. Google.
What are you on your phone?
Yeah, I'm on my phone.
Oh, I don't know.
You had it
Yeah.
for a second, and then
Yeah, let me just turn my phone on and turn back on, and I'll bounce back on. That's how I do it.
just click the camera icon, and it'll pop back on. You had it for a second.
Did I? You saw it, but I didn't, though. That's the whole point. Let me just bounce back out and bounce back on. I'll be right back.
It's pretty cool that Sal knows a lot of stuff about the same stuff I know. I remember reading books about stuff when I was a kid about everything before the internet came out. Then I learned a lot more when the internet came out. But I remember writing these books that told me different stuff about gardening. Heck, I remember doing my neighbor lady's garden for haircuts because she was a hairdresser. So I'd do her garden. She'd give me haircuts. I'd till her garden, plant her garden, take care of it, and she'd always keep me in with haircuts.
Oh, that's cool. Wow.
That was at like 12 and 13 years old till I was like 14, 15 years old. I was just always into it from the time I was a little kid, But my grandparents, I lived on a farm from the time I was from 5 to 12. And my grandpa did things organic. He raised pigs, and he did it they roamed on woods and pasture, and he fed them with his own grain that he grew.
None of that GMO stuff, huh?
No GMO grains and stuff. It was all organic back in the day. And if he had to use something like that, it would have been on Johnson grass that was hard to control. In a spot treatment, it's not sprayed. It wouldn't have been spraying the whole field with Roundup or anything. It was just if you did a little patch, you killed it, and it wasn't used for a whole field. His control of weeds is like what I do. It's cultivation.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'd like to sow a cover crop underneath my rows of corn, like a clover. And that's what I'm about to do is go collect some that's dried up and sow it through my rows. That way I don't have to weed again.
Not a bad idea.
Or I thought about if I could find some turnip seed, sowing it up with some turnips. That way I'm not having to weed it because I'm done weeding. I already said that I can't heal it. I can't get in there. I don't got another piece of equipment that's going to be able to do anything between the rows. But it should already go fast enough now that the sweet corn canopy's over everything that I should have a crop. But I messed up not building and raised beds from day one because my tiller was too hard to get on and off.
You guys want to see something that'll save lives? I'm asking a question.
What is that?
I got my ferments out here, and I wanted to show you guys a couple of ferments. I don't know if you guys wanted to see that.
Yeah, sure.
I ferment every single thing that you can possibly look up. It doesn't matter what culture it is or whatnot, but I've learned from Korean natural farming, and these are from Koreans who actually made these certain ferments, who made them as medicines. So when you had a certain illness and you were sick, you went to a medicine man who was like this Asian medicine man who has certain roots and ferments and stuff that'll heal you. That was what I'm doing. Like, I've been probably sharing this for 30 years, but I try not to like be public about it because I get a lot of static about it because people question stuff about it. But I do Korean natural farming if you guys actually want to know what I do. So that's what I do. Like, look it up, Korean natural farming, and it's the same stuff as like if you would go to like an old wise man that would give you these old herbs and whatever to drink, and it would heal you, and like the old Asian medicine. That's what it is. That's what it is. And like, this healed me. Like, let's say my life back in the day. And I've been probably sharing this probably to hundreds and thousands of people, and they shared to me that this worked for them. This is a paprika ferment that, look at, I dated it. 11/7 last year. Last year. I still have microbes in there. You see these microbes? You see them all in there? They're pretty good. You know, they're healthy. Everything's going strong in there. Last year, I got other stuff that fermented into big ass diamonds like this big and stuff like that. I can show you things probably from like 5 or 6 years ago that still have the microbes in there going strong and stuff like that. Those microbes are the same microbes in your body. Say if you have stomach problems, medicine problems, kidney problems, there's certain microbes that are in your body that are supposed to help you do what you got to do, and you need them to do what they got to do. These are the fucking microbes, dude. I'm showing you guys all. I have dandelion ferments. I have what's called fish amino acids. I made my own fish amino acids. If you ever look online, you'll get those fish pills that come in those little jars and whatnot. And they're supposed to be good for you. I make my own shit. Fuck that, dude. And what I do is I'll go to the store and I'll get a steelhead trout, or I'll go, if I can fish it, I'll go and fish that steelhead trout. And the steelhead trout is a freshwater saltwater, and it has freshwater saltwater microbes that are beneficial for your body. and you benefit from that if you go and make a ferment out of that steelhead trout. And I'll tell you how to do it if you guys want. Use the same amount of steelhead trout with it's really simple. It's like a 3-step or 4-step. Get a steelhead trout, same weight. Get brown sugar, same weight. You put it in a fucking pickle jar like I have here. Let it sit there probably for a couple months. It'll liquefy. You distill that liquid. You get the liquid, and you put 1 mil per gallon on whatever you do. If it's you, your plants, your animals, it's all 100% safe, 100% organic. You don't have to go to the GMO bullshit you buy on TV or whatever, or has fucking Monsanto bullshit. You can use this stuff, dude. And I got so much more. Look, I got an aloe ferment that I do here. I got so much stuff. Look, let's see here. What is this?
Aloe plant for cloning plants.
Yes, I can use this. Just a half a drop of this, I can clone 1,000 plants and trees. That's how concentrated this is. Look at this. I got dandelion ferments, and if you guys don't know about dandelion,
They go deep taproot and jaws.
Look! I got microbes in there growing. I got colonies and stuff like that. Everything is strong in here. I got a whole cupboard of stuff in there.
Like
everything is.
Me with his knowledge. How about you, Blumberg?
Oh yeah, but I also go to sleep. I'm 2 minutes past my set cutoff time. It's 2 a.m. I gotta get up in the morning.
3 a.m.
Like 8:50. How to get on the later Gumby, later Sal, later Rev.
Right on, Rob.
Hey, Blumberg, when you get a chance, take some pictures and send them to me.
Yeah, I need to. Maybe if I get up early in the morning and get out before it gets hot, I'll take some pictures.
Because I've been wondering, you know what I'm saying, for a while. Because I ain't seen nothing since they was little.
Yeah, no, my stuff's getting pretty good.
I know, that's why I was wondering. And you show me your fertilizer you use. I like that because I've never seen nothing.
Yeah. But yeah, I'll talk to you all later.
Okay.
All right, later.
Right on. Yeah, everything I do is 100% organic. I make my own nutrients. I literally make my own what's called insect frass. I have what do you call it? I have I have a bunch of I have a rescue society here where I rescue turtles in my town here. If there's a box turtle that needs a home or something like that, people call me here and I rescue their turtle. And I have a turtle rescue society in my backyard where people drop off their turtles and whatever. But that's what I have in my backyard and stuff like that. And it's no different than I forgot where I was going with that. Kind of lost that.
Yeah, what was it? I think it was last month. I actually helped a turtle cross the road.
My kids got a bunch of turtles from the road. Really, box turtles.
Them, you know.
They're all in the house right now. They're feeding them until I tell them they need to go outside.
No, well, here in my area, we have a box turtles that kind of walk around and stuff like that. But I'm registered as like a box turtle rescuer. So if someone calls like Humane Society and stuff like that to rescue a turtle, they actually call me and I go over there and rescue that turtle. Either put it in my backyard or call one of many friends that are also like me to go and rescue this turtle if it's closer to me.
Something like that. I'd like to build. I got an old trampoline frame. You know, they build chicken tractors and stuff out of them. But I just thought, man, that'd be pretty cool to build a turtle thing for my boys out of.
Well, here in my area, we have the green box turtle. And the green box turtle is like a tortoise. That thing lasts over 100 years. You
want me to grab one of the ones they got?
That much to survive.
I can grab you one of the ones they got. I don't really like them.
Well, if you got box turtles over there, I'll trade you the box turtles I got. I'll have a jamboree.
I've had pet turtles, and well, I've had all kind of animals, but turtles are nice. They're just turtles.
They're simple to take care of. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
They help my garden. You know what I mean? They eat all the bugs. I'm cool with the turtles. The turtles can stay in my garden. I'm a gardener. Remember that. So a turtle is welcome in my garden. Where the fuck is my?
I kind of understand why you and Killer Corn were hitting it off then, because doesn't he do gardening or something?
He is, but like he's only a guard until everything heats up and kills everything. And I just see your turtle right now. Can we focus on that, please? Oh, that is a ornate turtle, actually. You have an ornate shell turtle.
That looks
That's
like one of
awesome.
the ones that I helped cross the road.
Yeah, that's what's moving right now.
What is that exactly called in your area?
I thought everybody calls them box turtles.
No, they're box turtles, but I think it's called an ornate box turtle, if I'm not correct. If someone can correct that, me in chat, and I'll be honestly obliged.
Yeah, let
I won't
me
take that
know.
serious.
I don't know. They've got other ones that look a little different.
Oh, check this out. I found another one here. Look, this is a fermented, let's see, papaya juice. I have hundreds of ferments. So if you guys ever wanted to have knowledge about how to ferment things, I have everything from fermented scobies of multicultures from all over the world to make June tea, to make you name it. I mean, any kind of tea, any kind of ferment. That's what I do. I've been doing this shit for 30 years, so I teach this to other people and let them know how it is and how to do it and how to be natural and not fuck with like pharmaceuticals. And there's an organic purpose and origin for what they're trying to duplicate. And I want to show you how it is so you can save your life, like how I did it. This is a fermented papaya juice. I almost got it in a sap form. You see that?
Yeah, it looks like a
All
tower.
all I have to do is add. You see that? It started leaking right here. All I have to do is add a bunch of distilled water in here, and it'll get liquefied. I can put 1 mil per gallon, and whatever benefit you'd look up right now of fermented or just papaya juice or papaya, you look up benefits. That's what this is, 1,000%. Remember, this is concentrated by like 1,000 since it's fermented. So I want to keep that in mind. I can ferment everything, so I could teach you how to do that. It's really simple. It's really simple. Get whatever you want to do to ferment, and same weight with brown sugar organically.
I use brown sugar. That's part of my worm chow mix.
Yeah, in a pickle jar. You let it sit for a couple of weeks, and you drain the liquids, and you put 1 mil per gallon on whatever you want to feed. Either it's yourself, your animals, or your plants or your vegetables.
Oh,
You know what that is? I raise European night crawlers, and this
I know it.
this is their feed. This is a mixture of ground corn, oats, rice, different kinds of dried beans that I've grind up in the mixer, green tea, brown sugar. Did I say rice? Yeah, oats, rice. Different.
I'm a part of the Worm Society, so I'm going to school you on this too.
Yeah, go ahead.
Keep going. Keep going. No, keep going.
And actually, if you don't want to use this right here, you could use layer chicken feed.
Yes. That's a different frass, though. You see, he's working with frass levels. You see, that's what I do. I work with insect frass with you know those mealy worms that you use to feed your whatever kind of say if you have reptiles and you want to feed them those big old king worms or mealworms. If you actually breed those mealworms and you save their poop, which is called frass, and in the organic community, and that's what I do. I breed mealworms, which I save their poop, and it's called insect frass, and their poop is actually worth more than the fucking bugs themselves. So if you guys ever want to go in the market and actually make a lot of money, you can actually breed fucking a bunch of mealworms and save all their shit, and their shit is actually worth more than the fucking bugs themselves. And you can sell it online.
Now, and as soon as you open it, it's like, oh my god, look at all those.
I made a lot of money off selling fucking worm poop. That's all I gotta say. Like, that's a good market.
You can do it right now.
I like fishing with mealworms. They're actually fun to fish with.
Yes, and like I had a bunch of what do you call it, chameleons, and a bunch of other reptiles everywhere that all benefited from the bugs and stuff like that that I had breeding all those worms and stuff like that. So it wasn't just like me breeding a bunch of worms for poop. No, I had a bunch of fucking cool reptiles and a bunch of cool pets that were family that I had for free because I was collecting their poop that came from their food. So it was awesome. I just want to say that right there. Their food actually paid for the pet I had and then some. So if you guys want to go there and calculate everything, do it right. Do it right. And you'll definitely benefit if you do it the right way when you breed and give back to the environment. 'Cause
And
that's what I'm trying to show here.
I've been looking at your Garfield probably for the past 2 hours, but shout out to Garfield.
Dude, that Garfield's from the 70s. You want me to show you something? Like, check
That's
this
the
out.
one that sticks to the window. Oh, wormies.
Check this out. This Garfield has a Squash and Bloss marijuana leaf necklace on there that has like Squash and Bloss turquoise on there with a necklace from the 70s. And then if you look closely on his on right here on his ear, there's a Squash and Bloss heart with a turquoise on his ear. This is all original, been there since the 70s. On top of that arch since the 70s. I just moved it.
Well,
Wow.
uh-oh.
You guys see that? The
Yeah.
worms and the castings and stuff right through here.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe right there. Let me move this up.
Lost my beer. Ooh, what is that?
That's the European night crawlers up here. And the castings, the worm poop.
Those are fun to fish with.
I have a certain species of earthworm that you guys will all be jealous of because it's right
African
now
night
being.
crawlers?
No, it's actually I'm waiting for customs right now. It's gonna take me probably 4 months to get here because they got mad at me and they gave me a bunch of shit. But I'm getting it from the Amazon, and these night crawlers are probably like the size of me, maybe longer, and they're this big around. And you
What?
can only find them during the rainforest or when it rains and stuff like that. I have friends in the rainforest who are shamans.
Worm or a fucking
No.
aeration?
They're ancient, and you can only. I have friends who are shamans, so they know where to find them and where they're at when it rains and stuff like that. So they're sending me the eggs of these guys because they can't send me the worms because I'll never get them. But they've been sending me the eggs, and I've been trying to hatch them. Oh, these eggs are huge. They're like earthworm eggs, but they're 1,000 times bigger.
That would be cool. See?
Just look them up. Just look them up. These earthworms are like probably is bigger than my arm. They're this big around. They're huge. They only come out during when it rains, and they you can only find them when they pass the trails and people find them and stuff like that. But they're huge. They're the biggest earthworms in the world.
Wow.
I want to collect their frass.
That's cool.
That's cool. If you get a colony of them, you know where to send me some eggs and stuff.
Well, it's taken me 10 years to get to this point. So it's like, I'm not like I'm talking out of my ass. Like, I've been talking to shamans and people in the area. Like, hey, if you find that, I told them, I was like, I'll give you whatever it is. Like, $50 in my country is like $1,000 to their country. So it's like, yes, they'll do it. And they're excited and stuff like that.
Sal, quick question for you. Are you going to tell me, you said you had something to tell me about the German Shepherd when I was telling that story. Yeah, are you still
Get
there?
into the German Shepherd and I'll tell you about it. Like, it's wild. I don't know if you know if it's a Nazi dog. You probably already knew that.
Well, yeah, of course.
Yeah, everyone knows that it's a Nazi bred dog and it's bred for certain purposes, and that's why cops have them.
No, but you said that when that dog showed up, you said that there's like something behind that. There's like a
Oh, yes. Well, when that dog showed up in that certain video, I already tell because like I heard what the owner was saying in the background when he was trying to call the dog, and I don't know if it was the cop or the owner. And as soon as he did the response, I already knew what he was talking about because it was a certain call. It was a certain German call that you give to a well-trained German dog, and if he's well-trained and he's like probably $100,000 dog, you would know. That was that call.
No, you were saying like I was talking about something I experienced when I was in El Paso back in 2014. I was talking about a German Shepherd just showed up out of nowhere, and it was around me. And you said that there was a meaning behind that, and you said you were going to talk to me about it, but you never.
Get into great detail about that because you're talking about certain like we went from talking about Nazism to spiritualism. That's 100% opposite. 100% opposite, you know, but in the same realm though. But yes we can get in agree. You want to do that right now live?
Well, that's what I'm asking. I said you were going to tell me about it, so
Oh well,
what is it?
if I can find my lighter, let me smoke and I'll talk about it. Hold on 1 second.
You're like, there's a reason why that dog came around you at that time, and
Well, it is the dog actually. Like those dogs are bred for protection. They're not like the vicious attack dogs that most people give a bad name to them and stuff like that. Those dogs are actually meant to protect their owners and protect and give their lives to you. So, and in that case, when something gets reincarnated to that specific dog, it's kind of like an angel, honestly, if you really think about it, because they dedicate, or an angel or a marine or anything you would think about, like a soldier or stuff like that, that would dedicate their lives for someone else, and then they get reincarnated to an animal or being that does the exact same thing. German Shepherds are the same thing. They literally give their lives to humans. So as much as the shit that people give to German Shepherds, they actually love and protect their owners. That's no said.
Just go ahead. Yeah.
I wasn't an owner. It was just, it happened to be, I was going through a really bad time at the time, and this German Shepherd just came out of nowhere, and it did not leave until I was getting ready to leave. No one in the neighborhood knew where the dog came from, but the dog actually jumped up on me and it hugged me. It was taller than me, of course. I just couldn't believe it. Like, it just stuck around. It wouldn't go anywhere.
But just a little heads up, my son, he's pretty well formed in YouTube and stuff. He told me never mention the word Nazi on any of this live stream. That's going to be banned, and it's a bad thing.
Oh,
Will do. Rev, I see you smiling.
I don't care.
I know. I don't know if Rev wants to keep this up, but it's going to be flagged for that.
Yeah, and there's the killer
Then your
dog.
dog is barking in the background.
Yeah, the killer dog.
Oh, I don't. I'm just
Come here.
giving you a warning. This might be flagged for that. Saying that word.
I get so many videos flagged. It's not even funny.
That word was spelled with an X.
Come here. Come here. There.
And I'll leave it at that.
Huh.
God bless me.
I didn't know how Rev felt about something like that on his channel. It's the only reason.
Rev needs to tell us what we need to say and what we need to say.
I really don't.
I would have never said that if that was the case. My bad, Rev. We can reboot whatever we have to do.
I really
Yeah.
don't care.
I didn't want to go there.
Saying
But
something.
you guys asked. You guys
Look out
asked about
for-
that whole. You guys knew about the whole definition about where that dog came from and
Yeah.
stuff like that. I had a dog, so I had a canine, so I know.
I did too.
Yeah, I love those dogs. I don't care where it came from. They love humans. And
Yeah, they do, but they don't. They love their owners. Only.
You said you had something to tell me about the dog and my experience with the
Yes.
dog that happened to me.
Here.
It was It wasn't about the dog though. The experience was about you. The dog was reaching out to you. You got to understand those certain dogs, since they're connected to humans, have abilities to save you. You have no. Yeah, that's what I've been trying to say for the past 10 minutes. Those dogs are actually bred to genetically go into your brain and go, "Oh no, human needs saving. I need to save you, no matter if I kill myself. It'll fucking save you and kill itself just to save you, because that's what it was bred to do."
Oh yeah.
That's what this
And that's
dog.
where I wanted to go with there with that dog. That dog saw you probably wanting to kill yourself or wanting to do something bad or something, whatever. I don't want to go there, but it felt you. It went deep inside you and it wanted to save you. That's what I was wanting to
This
say with
dog would totally.
that dog. Those dogs did that to me probably 4 or 5 times to me. Literally stopped me from doing stupid shit. I'm like, you know what? Thank you, dog. Those dogs they know humans. They're bred to do that. You know what I mean? Where it came from, whatever. They were designed to save us.
Oh,
This dog
Yeah,
right
they
here
were.
would totally put down its life to go ahead and save anybody.
yeah, the pit bull. I've had a lot of pit bulls. They're so well mannered, and if you go on my channel, actually, if you click on pets, like you'll see the red nosed pit bull that I had. Her name was Lucy. She was hey.
Red nose are more connected to humans than any other dog, I think, personally.
I'm gonna tell
Well,
you,
my labs are pretty connected. They're
Lucy.
intelligent.
Lucy showed up out of nowhere when I was having a really hard time in my life, and I just heard this dog howling like, and I could tell it was like something like the dog was in pain or despair. And Lucy, I went out there, like all her bones were showing, and she had like made like a bed like next to the house, and I fed her half of a hamburger, like every other half, and she never left after that. And
She's ready to go.
right, and thank God
I knew. That's what my dog did to me. You know, when I guys told you about my dog, the white pit bull that I keep talking about this whole live, what happened was someone kept on feeding. You know, when you get a new box of shoes and they give you those iridescent packets to keep the shoes all moisturized or whatever. What do you call those things?
Those are I know what they're called. Shit.
They were like these plastic
to make it
beads inside a
store
bag.
Yeah, you put them in stuff to make it last longer. It's
Yeah, someone threw. I had a kennel in my backyard, you know, where I kept my dog. You know what I mean? I had it all legalized and everything. Like my dog was legit. Someone threw a bunch of those things, like over 100 of them, in my kennel, and they took out my dog, and I felt really bad, dude. And that's the reason why I don't have my dog anymore.
Oh, cute girl.
It got to me. That's why I don't get another dog. So it's like it hurts me.
man. I've had the labs is what surprised me how smart they are. Labradors. We've that's all we've had for years now, and like the ones. Okay, the first time my experience, it was my wife's dad died, and we got his lab, and he paid like thousands of dollars in Kentucky to get this Grand Champion lab. And this dude, man, we let off these fireworks that had parachutes in it, and it went way in the cornfield. And this dude the next day had that laying right on our porch. You throw a rock in the creek, bring that, dive under the water and bring that Zach rock up. And then, like one time, that we had a thing of skunk. My neighbor had a thing of skunks under a car, and he pulled the car out, and we all fired to kill the skunks. Well, he wanted to start retrieving those skunks right back to us. I mean, he was so smart of a retriever, and you teach him.
I used to be a skunk buster back in the 80s. Have you guys ever tried to go and like attack the skunks back? Most people don't, but like I remember doing that back in the 80s. I had water balloons full of tomato paste, and I would attack the skunks back and be like, "No, this is my land, motherfucker!" And I would try to get him back, and most of the times that would never work out. But I was like the Goonies, because the Goonies was out around that time, and I was throwing water balloons at skunks full of tomato paste, thinking that I can get them. But they would chase you for blocks. I got chased probably for 6 or 8 blocks by a skunk that would not give up. I don't know if you know what a skunk is, but a skunk is like a what do you call those things in
I love the smell
Africa
of
that
skunk.
just keep attacking things? Me too. That's what I was thinking. Like
That's
oh,
one of
skunk
my
won't bother
favorite
me.
scents
It smells like
on this
good
list
stuff.
is a skunk. It tell me if I see skunk smell, I'm like,
We all are like that. Trust me. We all go, "What's this?"
that I grew up with skunks. I was born in 1978, so you still, when I was old enough, you still was able to get the good skunk strains. That was like had to have a little dab in your pocket, and the whole fucking truck or vehicle that you was in would smell like a skunk, like you'd
True
been
that.
licking on that sandwich's butt,
I
before
want
they
to do a
put
shout
the
out to
skunk
Gumby.
out of everything.
Have a good night, Gumby. Much love.
Later.
We love you.
See, they bred all the good skunk out. They spread the skunk out and almost made it almost fucking rare now. Because the
Well,
indoor,
dude, there's like different species of skunk. You ever see those people who like take skunks and like take their smelly glands or whatever out and they try to make them as pets and like they keep them as pets? Those are fucking different than those outdoor skunks you see in the alleys trying to fuck you up and chase you. They're different. The most of the people that keep skunks, they're all nice skunks or they're like albino skunks or they turn into like what I call like blonde skunks, dude. Because like they're different skunks. They don't even look like outdoor skunks. I don't know. You ever trust me? Watch, look at all these people who have indoor like friendly skunks. They don't look like the skunk from
they
outdoors.
took the gland.
They paid hundreds and hundreds of dollars for
I
their
remember the
skunks.
first time I was out. I remember I lived out here, so I was older the first time I really seen and ran into skunks. And then there was I was out mushroom hunting. I thought, oh shit, there's a whole family of skunks. And I
You ever run into a baby? That's what I was gonna say.
I just kind of walked real slow back there. I was like, I ain't gonna mess over there.
I'm in the woods. I'm in the woods and I run into a baby skunk and I'm just sitting there with the baby skunk right in front of me and I'm just sitting there going, oh, I know your mom's like probably 10 feet away from me looking at me and going, don't fuck up. And I'm just sitting there trying to be nice to a baby skunk sitting here in front of me because I know if like this baby skunk doesn't skunk me, the mom will. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, fuck.
You're just sitting there singing along to "Baby Skunk." Do 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 do.
I sing the Bambi song. I sing the Bambi song.
Baby skunk.
Do 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 do.
I love
Rev
skunk.
knows what that is, right, Rev?
Oh yeah.
You ever seen a baby skunk and you're just sitting there looking like, damn.
Yeah, just back in the day, I grew some skunk that was so fucking good. My neighbor, we had it wrapped up in trash bags and then duct tape, and I had to have my buddy go get it. And my neighbor, he was like, "Man, you guys smell that skunk?" And it was way over here by my garage instead of my house. And he's like, "You guys smelling that skunk?" That's crazy. That's years ago. So it's
This was many years ago. I'm talking about like living like late 80s, early 90s. You know what I mean? I was a skunk buster back then. You would find me like in military housing in San Diego, skunk busting for people, telling them like, "Oh, get your skunks," and I would have 1,000 like water balloons full of tomato paste, fucking up skunks. Like that's how I did it, dude. I used to go and throw a bunch of water balloons full of tomato paste at skunks, and I would fuck them up, and I would take their smell away from them, and I would treat them as cats, and I would just put them inside carriers, and I would transport them like miles away from where I caught them, and I would relocate them, and that's how I dealt with the skunks. I just covered them with tomato paste. That was it. They didn't fuck with me. I just treated them as possums, I think, or possums or cats. More like possums.
Alright, I think I'm gonna shut this sucker down, man. I'm freaking tired as hell.
Yeah, I'm getting tired myself.
I'm there too.
Yeah,
What time is it in Texas?
We're at 1:30.
it's
About
3:30 here.
Yeah, man, Rev's in the same time. I'm on East Coast time.
Yep, I'm Mountain Time.
But
Literally.
what's I'm on man, Rev's on the East Coast time. What's Blumberg's on Central time, right?
Yeah.
I think so.
But if I go 5 miles down the road, it's Central Time, and so it don't make no sense. And then
Doesn't.
parts of Indiana are Central, parts of it's Eastern. But I'm on the west part of Indiana that's on Eastern Time, but some parts of Eastern India it's on.
She's stuck in the Matrix.
It's all this fucking all cattywampus and shit, dude.
Yeah, you're stuck in the Matrix.
Yep.
All right,
Then-
well, if you're gonna cut this
One
live,
point.
then we're about to do this.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit.
I just opened up a beer, so I'm still gonna drink.
yeah,
Maybe watch a
listen
bunch of videos.
to this and we'll talk after the live.
All right. Well, we were live. It was awesome.
Later, guys.
live.
We were here, and now we're not live.